Hey adventurers, stick around this episode as we work our way through all 7 of the Washington State Geocaching Association GeoTours, letting geocaching be our tour guide across all of Washington State. In this episode, we're splitting things down the middle, having some unexpected surprises, and taking you along as geocaching is our tour guide through the WSGA GeoTours. Okay, adventurers, in our previous episodes, we started you through the WSGA GeoTours along the west coast of Washington and the Washington-Oregon border. But this time, we're going to head down the middle of Washington State, chasing the 40 caches in the Cascadia and Inland Empire GeoTours. I mean, looking at these on a map, it really doesn't look like that big a task, but considering that our route just within Washington was well over 800 kilometers, this was a pretty big road trip. Well, I gotta say, we haven't seen a hike done quite like this before. Well, we are at the Bonaparte Lake GeoTour cache, and as you can see, even in mid-April, it's still a little snowy out here. It's kind of sleety, rainy snow on us right now, so not the greatest weather, but no, it's good to have a Jeep. You can see why they call this one State Route 20 view. It would be a nice view, nice place to bring us. All right, let's go find some more geocaches. It's gonna be a big day on the road today as we make our way all the way down to eventually Coulee area where we're gonna camp for the night. But you'll see all that if you keep watching. So we've come around and we are now making our second attempt at this cache for the GeoTour. The first time the GPS was routing us to come in from the north, and what we discovered is you can't come in from the north. It'll take you to a parking lot about, I don't know, it was about 9-15 kilometers from the cache itself, at which point the roads just become snowmobile trails and no wheeled vehicles allowed. So cross-country ski and snowmobile, I guess. So we had to turn around from that point and really just make our way the long way around through the Cascade Loop, and now we're back at the south end, and we're going to give this a go from the south end and see how we can do here. We're on a road called Indian Dan Hill Road, so we're going to see if this will get us where we need to go. It looks on the maps like this should work, so it's also, it needs to be clear of snow as well, right? So we'll see how that works. All right, let's see how we do. Well, we got to within 6 kilometers of the cache, but that's the road. So that's a no-go right now. Looks like somebody tried to make it through here. I see some tire tracks, but no, we're not going to make it through there. That was not safe, and I don't think a 6-kilometer hike is in the cards. So I guess we'll be coming back. So we have made a detour here to Lake Chelan to find an earth cache that is classified as a size large. That's not super common. A size large cache was very handy for today for some of our challenges we're working on, but also
earth cache.
And hey, why not stop for yet another earth cache? There was another earth cache, but a landslide. Great informative sign talking about the history of what happened, a little bit of geology, made a few observations. Got another earth cache. Awesome! It's a beautiful evening, a beautiful view out into the valley here as we're following the Columbia River, getting a few more of these CC Cascade, Central Cascades, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyhow, more of these WSGA GeoTour caches. Just loving this beginning of the sunset, this golden hour behind us, the rain clouds with the light shining through them. Oh, I just love the way that looks. Well, it's morning time. It is a crisp, very light overcast, beautiful morning. Had a good sleep there near the Dry Falls area near Coulee. So up and at 'em. Now interestingly, our first stop here, gate's locked. And reading previous logs, sounds like the gate's been locked all winter. So we're into spring now, the gate's still locked. No signs indicating when the gate might open. So just a heads up if you're planning to come out to this one. It's about, I don't know, just under 1.5 km walk down the roads. Seems like a pretty easy walk so far, but again, just a heads up. You need to be aware of that for this particular stop here. Summer Falls, by the way, if you're wondering which stop we're talking about. Nothing to see here. Are you close? We were driving up to this next stop and we're thinking, we're set in the middle of farmland. This is kind of a weird place to put a GeoTour cache. I can see it. It's just right there, almost in front of you. See, this is what I do. I point them out. We were driving up here thinking, it's kind of a weird location. It's all farmland and everything, but then you start to crest a hill and then you get this view here. So, you know, given that view, it's not bad. It's worthwhile coming up here. So we'll sign in on this one. We'll collect our code word. Back in the Jeep, on to the next stop. This is the Frenchman Coulee view. Here, just the view behind us, absolutely spectacular. The road a little bit rough to get in. You can park on the side of the paved road and walk in. The view, most spectacular. Let's check this out. If you got a fear of heights, this is probably not the cache for you. It's not that bad, Mrs. Monkey says. I don't know, that next step's a doozy. Yeah, don't drop anything is good advice. So having completed all the finds down sort of in the southwest corner of our goal for this road trip, we're now starting to make our way back to Spokane. Starting to make our way to Spokane. Haven't been there yet on this trip. And the next stop is for a GeoTour cache near the Grant County Airport. It is a little nondescript on the side of the highway, but the view is pretty cool. We are at the Finch Arboretum in Spokane. This is our first of the Inland Empire caches we are after. And as we were walking in here, we saw something pretty cool. There was a hawk just chilling in a little stream. And at first we're like, is he injured? What's going on there? That's kind of weird. I'm not sure, but we tried not to disturb him, and he eventually just sort of hopped a little bit further away. But that was a super cool experience that we're happy we can share with you guys. Anyways, while I'm talking, Mrs. Monkey has, of course, found the geocache. Nice work. And after a very productive day 2 of our #geocache road trip that got us to Spokane and a start on the Inland Empire GeoTour series, we connected with our friends Lookout Lisa and Kid Vegas 19 for a great dinner. Now it was time to rest and get ready for day 3. We are out on our first trail of the morning. This is one of the kind of outliers of the Spokane area to the west. It's looks like a really nice walk through the forest here. So we'll get this one. It's going to kick off our day. Ideally, we're going to make our way, clear out the rest of the ones in the Spokane area and start heading north by the end of the day today. But you know, let's play it by ear, see how it goes. Got it. So at this point, it's start making our way north. I'm going to bounce kind of back and forth between Idaho and Washington, just based on the route the roads go. With all the caches that we're looking for, of course, in Washington State, but they're very close to that border. So onwards and upwards at this point in time. So adventurers, with that gets us down to one find left to complete the Inland Empire GeoTour. How's your distance? Okay, so it's right around here somewhere. I mean, oh, I think I found it. Just about to say those containers are a specific size, so I believe this is the moment where we say,
ta-da!
Inland Empire GeoTour complete. We've earned the souvenir.
Yep.
And we're one GeoTour closer to that last coin. Okay, adventurers, if we do the math here, there are 7 GeoTours and they have 20 geocaches each. That makes 140 geocaches we need to find. We've found 112. That means we've got 28 geocaches left to find. Geocaches. Why is it so hard to write that word? All right, and we've completed 4 out of 7 GeoTours now. So we have 28 geocaches left to find to complete 3 GeoTours. I'm guessing you're going to need to subscribe and follow us to see us achieve that, because that will get us the second one of these. I think you made the Jeep dirty. You gonna clean it? Did you do that? Did you do that? Was that you? You better find a cache now to make up for it. So while that deer watches us, where is he? Is that him there? Hard to tell. There he is. So while that deer right there watches us,